Hugh and Shiloh stand in front of an ominous, broken down hospital building. Why are we here? Edna said there would be someone here who could help us. Something doesn't feel right. I think we should leave. You have to trust me. Besides, it's not like we have many other options. Hugh and Shiloh walk down the cracked stone path, passing by rows of violet flowers. Shiloh stops briefly to examine them, and a slight smile spreads across Hugh's face. I convinced the hospital to plant these. Give the patients something beautiful to look at while they're here. They're called Knight's Promise. Shiloh picks one of the flowers, admiring its beautiful shades of color. There's a story about them in my culture. One day, a boy was faced with a great monster. Afraid, he fled and fell down into a dark place. The only thing that kept him company was a small violet flower. It was the only beautiful thing in the bleak darkness, and was what he clung to for hope, until eventually he was rescued. Shiloh tucks the flower behind her ear, standing up and nodding with a wide smile on her face, continuing up the path to the hospital.
You're listening to Radio D&D.
This is Spiders in the Undercity. I am James, your Dungeon Master, joined by Stephanie playing Cordy, Mike playing John, Max playing Alistra, and Will playing Roland.
This is John reporting in. Despite our best efforts at diplomacy, it seems we couldn't get Hugh without some aggressive encouragement. So, Corey set the bar on fire. Roland shattered the window upstairs. Roland got the surprise on an armored fighter leaping out the window. They punched him a lot. While Alstra and Cordy and Roland dealt with the fighting, I figured I would try and talk some sense into Hugh. Breaking into the upstairs, I saw Hugh and his, interesting friend vanish from sight. They were still there, of course, just invisible. I told him you wanted to talk with him. He didn't listen. He teleported away. Coward. Our only other option was to convince his friend to tell us of Hugh's next step. The fighter turned out to be the owner of the bar, a half-orc woman named Edna. She told her sons, who were helping her in the fight, to flee. Smart woman. Must have been hard for them, but that gave us the leverage we needed. Once they were threatened, Edna told us of Hugh's destination. An abandoned hospital. Seeing no further use for her, Cordy tied up the loose end. After the fight, we lost our detection of Hugh's amulet. I'm not sure what he's done with it, but we were sure enough to find the derelict hospital. Roland complained of headaches the nearer we got to it, and honestly, didn't much like the look of it myself. Once inside, we found a staff photo of the nurses who had worked there, with Hugh amongst them. What reason did he have for returning? On the second story, the west wing was clouded by a thick fog. Odd for a place in the Undercity. Within it, we heard a raspy voice of a stranger who claimed to be the wizard Leomund. While speaking with him, we found the corpse of an otherworldly humanoid. There was still no sign of Hugh. Then I felt the wizard peer into my mind. He learned of our mission and our reason for being there. And he learned about our connection to you. The facade dropped, and the wizard revealed his true identity. A hideous creature with tentacles for a mouth and a large, bulbous head.
We left off with this strange, wizardly individual as they dropped their disguised self, revealing this eldritch, alien-looking humanoid with a bulbous head and long tentacles where a normal human's mouth would be. And he's looking at you, Johnny, these piercing, unnatural gold eyes, only saying the word Navras. I need all of you to select your tokens and roll initiative.
I will roll twice because I do get advantage because of the Sentinel Shield.
And just a homebrew thing I like to do with familiars. When they are like on your person, just because they're so squishy and I don't want to take your familiar from you. If you are subjected to an area of effect, it can affect just you instead of your familiar as well.
Okay, would I be taking the extra damage for that, or would it just be me?
No, it's more like the familiar is just excluded from it. You guys, as the creature stands before you, you'll see them lift up this long fingered hand in your direction. All of the eyes on the spellbook open and start darting around in various directions, and behind you, you hear the crackling of electricity.
I don't like that.
That's what that big circle's for.
Yes, if you recall, there was basically this big cloud of vapor. It was basically the fog cloud spell, and there appears to be something in that fog cloud.
Oh, hell.
I think it's coming over.
But with that, Alistra, it is your turn. You act first. What would you like to do?
Well, she don't like it when Spooky Squidman's is doing this. So she's going to use her insightful fighting. So I'm going to need a deception check from Mr. Squid here. And again, minimum is 8. So if I roll below a 20, it's 20.
All right. He
So
gets
that
a
would be
23.
versus my 31. Okay, so that means I will get my sneak attack on him.
Yeah, let's put a marker on him.
Yep, it lasts for 10 rounds. All right, cool. So first shot, 24 to hit.
24 does indeed hit.
So we have 10 piercing plus 14, so 24 in total.
Very nice.
And she will fancily back somersault over this bed.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, cool. That's my turn.
Roland.
Yeah, Roland's gonna stand up because he's behind some boxes right now, and he's gonna pull out his wand of binding and use 2 charges to try and cast Hold Person on Mr. Mindflayer.
Okay. What does this look like as you cast this spell?
As I cast it, because I'm a dark elf and we're in the Undercity, I'm gonna say that it looks like these essence of darkness, almost rogues that are kind of dripping shadows, if you will, shoot out and try and envelop him. Just casting it normally. DC 17 because of the 1, and it is a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. You will be making this saving throw at advantage. For some reason, nat 20.
Oh my
Well, shit.
That is an insult.
Yeah.
Not fair.
So yeah, you try to cast this spell, and it looks like for a moment he's paralyzed. But one of the eyes on his book flashes, and the spell is dispelled.
Does the eye close after it flashes, or does it remain open?
It goes back to that sort of jittering, sort of twitching state as the other ones. It's very unnerving to watch.
Okay. And I'm behind a number of people, which is kind of where I guess Roland would want to be. So I think that's going to be my turn.
So standing behind these boxes gives you half cover. You can go prone and get full cover behind them if you would like.
I don't want to go prone because if I want to move, that'll take some time to get back up. So I'm just gonna, crouch down, get the half cover.
Makes sense. Cordy, that is your turn.
Well, hey. All right. Unfortunately, my skeletons aren't going to get a turn this round because I'm going to use my hunter's magic as part of my mark of finding human to cast the spell that I need. What am I thinking of? Hunter's mark. There we go. So oh my god, it's a concentration spell. I hate that for me on a personal level. I don't actually think, no, I can, because anime does not concentration. All right. I'm gonna have advantage on wisdom perception checks or wisdom survival checks to find them. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Cordy's like, I'm already annoyed by this. So
Nobody got time for that.
ain't nobody got time for that. Should we? And yeah, she's just gonna come in with the warhammer. It is 15.
Well, 15 would hit. However, he holds up his hand as you come to strike him with your hammer. One of the eyes looks at you, and you feel this hesitation, unable to bring your hammer down.
That's just not gonna do now, is it? I'm an action surge.
All right.
Because I'm annoyed. Courtney's like, nobody doesn't let me hit on the first one. That's a 23.
23 will hit, yes.
Told you I was gonna hit you. So that is my divine strike. That's 9 plus it didn't add my hunter's mark in, but that is okay. That's 9 bludgeoning.
Hunter's mark is in there.
There we go. Yeah, and even if he is immune to necrotic damage, he is gonna get hit by it. And I will use my channeled divinity, Touch of Death, which I don't need an action to use. It just happens if I hit with a melee attack, to give him the damage equals 5, twice my cleric level, so 16 plus 5, which is 21. Yeah, so that's 21 plus 9 plus 9.
All right. Just real quick, I'm going to move his token to the left so you can see. Can you see his health bar?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm so sorry.
Just wanted to show that for you guys. I just thought that was interesting,
I am so sorry, James.
No, it's fine.
From out of nowhere,
I'm
a
for it.
second one shows up.
This is like the time where we fought the Warforged and we just destroyed them in one round, and James was like, "What the fuck?"
Let me do something real fast.
Oh no, it looks like his health was misentered.
Yeah, his health
James.
was half of what it should have been. Jeez, that's weird. No, it's fine. This is actually going a lot better than I thought it would.
Yeah, fuck me too, actually. I shouldn't speak too soon. It's his turn. I'm right there.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know too.
That's what I'm worried about.
That's what I'm worried about
I
too.
wanted to make sure this cone was big enough.
Only thing I can.
Yep, I'll do. All right.
Should I back up? Courtney just looks back at John and is like, should I move?
You
Well,
got
too late
it.
by now.
Well, it's not too late. I could just run back. He might hit me still.
He did use his reaction to cast shield.
Oh, good. I'm gonna run back. I'm gonna move back here.
It is his turn.
This is about fun, isn't it, Johnny?
Yep, that is.
Me. Fuck
that
my whole
is-
life.
That is
Wow.
okay.
It's almost like we're completely in a line.
Yeah. So the only two that aren't gonna get this are your two skeletons.
God, lucky bastard.
Actually, he might be able to get them too.
That is a big cone. Oh my
It
god.
is a big cone. Let me see if he can.
He
get
doesn't have
them.
to get all of them.
Being in the back line isn't helping me.
They only have 13 hit points.
Okay, it looks like he can get one of your skeletons, but not both. I mean, he can get all but one of your skeletons. Can you guys see the cone effect, by the
Yes.
way?
Yep.
Yes, we can.
Okay,
Yeah.
so everyone in that area, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh, boy.
fuck
Is this a
I'm
spell?
me.
proficient. I'm proficient.
It is unfortunately not a spell. It is an effect he has.
All right, you said
Take
intelligence.
20, baby.
14.
Oh no.
I don't
Okay.
think this is
Oh
good for any of
no.
Guys, I
The
can solo. It's okay. He's almost dead.
skeletons have to do great.
All right, Max.
Oh,
you will be taking half of this damage.
One of the skeletons nat 20'd.
Well, it didn't get that last skeleton, so only one of your skeletons passed, and then the
Great.
other one is just not affected.
Did I also fail?
Oh yeah.
I got a 14. I mean,
yeah. I mean, that's still good.
Ay.
The mind flare lifts up its tentacles, where you see this circular, sharp, sharp tooth orifice. There we go.
God.
That's a good word.
That's
Nice
better.
orifice, mind player.
Worth.
And it emits this ear-piercing psychic screech.
Fuck.
Those of you who failed,
Done for 1 minute?
yeah,
Uh-oh.
you get to repeat the saving throw at the end of your turns. But
Oh damn.
Alistra, you will take 7 psychic damage, and everyone else, you take the full 14.
Hold on 1 second. I have something against psychic damage. I just got to find it.
I believe you have resistance to psychic damage.
And it also reflects back on them, I believe. Hold on. Thought shield. Your thoughts can't be read. You also have resistance to psychic damage, and whenever a creature deals psychic damage to you, that creature takes the same amount of damage.
So what does your thought shield look like?
I'm going to say it looks like it's an extension of my Nexus Man, which is kind of just like an earpiece type thing. And I want it to evolve completely into like a full-on gamer headset, if you will. And just or
No.
more like,
No.
yeah, it just expands and envelops the other ear as it protects me. And I guess as soon as it hits, the sound waves reverberate back and go directly towards the mind flare.
So he takes the same damage you take?
Yeah.
This is too funny, guys.
Just kill him.
Did he just kill him with his own?
He killed himself?
That one.
Oh my
Is
god.
that
He's
the
at
one?
1 HP right now.
That's
Oh my
so
God.
funny.
He does have resistance to psychic damage. Oh my
That
god,
is
this
so
is too funny.
Oh, man.
All right, Johnny, snap out of it.
So
He's stunned.
I believe
Yeah.
2 of your skeletons instantly perish.
Oh, yeah.
But one of them remains with 6 HP.
I'll give the one next to Johnny. Oh boy.
That is too funny that he literally has 1 HP left.
I'm so upset.
What a great use of action surge, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
The gamer headset couldn't finish the job.
So
Should have gotten the upgrade.
Alistair, you are the only one that is not stunned right now.
Don't worry, Alistair has plenty confidence that you can finish the job. Unless our big friend here shows up.
So, Will, while I'm okay with your familiar not taking this damage,
Mhm.
I am going to say while you are stunned, it cannot act without you ordering it.
Got it.
Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair. Will it be able to use its own or whatever saving throw to become unstunned, or do I have to be unstunned?
It's not stunned. It was like huddled in your cloak and protected.
Okay, it just can't move until I'm free again. Got it.
That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alistra, I believe we said you were the only one that wasn't wearing a hat, correct?
Yeah.
You feel your hair like start to pick up once more, and behind you, you feel this staticky presence. Can you guys see the tokens on the map?
Big
Yep,
jellyfish.
Sure can.
Big jellyfish.
All right, I'm gonna get my mind eaten.
So one of these is gonna take an attack on you. Actually, 2 attacks.
Fine.
What is your AC?
17. Ooh.
Two
Ooh.
15s.
Okay.
Both of them miss you. The other one is going to try as well.
Help.
Oh wait, he is you can't see him because he's in the fog. He has advantage on those attacks.
And I can't. And I don't have that.
Unless you have blind
accessibility.
sense, you can't see them. No.
Unfortunately,
Do you
I don't
have
think
blind sight?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. I'm gonna reroll the advantage attack for those 2.
Okay.
Okay, a nat
Okay.
20.
Uh-huh.
You take 9 slashing damage as this tentacle slices into you. It's almost like it's ethereal in a way and reaching inside you. And you take an additional 16 lightning damage.
I want to uncanny dodge this. So I'll take
Sure.
half damage.
So that would instead be 9 plus 16 is 25.
And that's halved already?
Halved it would be 12.
Okay, so I'll take 12. Oh boy, I love being paralyzed.
Currently, we are
Hey,
all
that
down.
just makes it. Yeah.
Okay, we're good. But the other guy's coming this way.
Here's the second advantage for the second attack. A 16. So that one misses you as well. The other one is also going to attack you, as you are the only one not stunned right now. So first attack is an 18.
Okay, that'll do it.
You take another 17 damage.
Okay.
And then make that wisdom save. Hey, look at you.
Okay, I'm wise.
All right, last attack from these guys. A 12,
okay.
Missing you. All right. That is the end of their turn. Johnny, it is
Hey, wake
your
up,
turn.
please. Johnny, help me.
I have to make an intelligence check or something?
You can repeat the saving throw. So intelligence save. Yes.
Great.
Oh no!
Oh Lord.
That is unfortunate.
That is really unfortunate. Don't worry, we'll get you back up eventually. Does the effect end when the mind flayer dies?
It doesn't say it does. No.
Interesting.
Let me reread it just to make sure. No, it does not say until this. Let me just repost it so you guys can read it.
Oh, okay. That's wild.
It is something else's turn.
Oh, I just realized if I die while wearing the ring of mind shielding, my soul can go into the ring, and people who are wearing it I can talk to them. That's pretty cool.
Alistair and Johnny, we see from your perspective as you're stunned, your eyes dart down to this bed here, and kind of like horror movie-esque, the camera pans on the bed as something skitters underneath it, and darting out of it is quite a sight. It is quite literally a brain, but with 4 legs that propel it forwards, and it scampers past you guys and looks up at you, Roland. Roland, I need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
Oh no.
I can't.
Oh,
Crap, I got a
me.
6.
Your intelligence score is reduced to 0.
Oh god.
Oh.
Okay.
And you take 12 psychic damage,
I
which
take
you do reflect back to this creature.
And I take 6 because I have resistance. So they will
very
take
good.
6 as well.
Well, does it say the reduction happens after your resistance is factored in? Because this isn't, oddly enough, resistant to psychic damage.
You also have resistance to psychic damage, and whenever a creature deals psychic damage to you, that creature takes the same amount of damage you do.
Okay, so it does sound like the resistance is actually factored in. So it will also take 6 damage. But right now, it has devoured your thoughts. You feel yourself lose almost consciousness as your awareness. You're still able to see, breathe, hear. It's just you have no comprehension of anything around you.
Okay, now it says that I'm stunned until I get a point of intelligence back. So does that mean I can't like roll to get out of being stunned? Like
That is correct.
how the hell do I get intelligence back?
Uh,
Need a
I'm
book,
gonna
guys.
assume a
Take a nap.
restoration spell is gonna help with that.
Yeah, I got it. I'm
course
already
I don't-
stunned.
Fucking have
You
that.
gotta wake up first.
Alistra, that is your turn. What would you like to do? You are the only one
Okay.
not incapacitated in some form or another.
Okay, do I shoot this little brain or do I kill the mind flayer?
You will have disadvantage shooting it because these creatures are within, or one of them is within 5 feet of you.
I don't want him to like eat his brain, but like this dude's gonna keep casting spells on us if I don't kill him. But I will running action disengage. I'm gonna run away,
Okay, hopping across the beds.
like popping over them. Okay, and then from over here, I'll shoot the mind flare. Nat 1.
Oh my gosh! Dude.
All right, free action cry,
Yeah, that's fine.
and that's all I got. That's all I got.
All right. Roland, your intelligence is 0 right now.
Yeah, what can I do?
You cannot do anything right now. Your intelligence is literally gone, and you have no awareness at all.
Say it's significantly less funny that we almost killed the mind flayer immediately.
And then we all
Now,
immediately die.
yeah.
Cordy,
Hi.
would you go ahead and make that intelligence save, please?
Come on. No. That's it. One of my skeletons
Okay.
can make it though.
Yeah, one of your skeletons can't. Oh wait, no, he passed, so he's not actually affected at all.
Well, the one that took the
Yeah, he took half damage because he succeeded.
I feel like they would move in a little closer to defend me.
That is fine. That is fine. I'll accept
So,
that. But it'll just take the dodge action.
Yeah, both of them, I guess. So they're standing in the way though. So yeah, there we go.
All right. It is the mind flayer's turn.
God, what a motherfucker this guy's.
That 1 HP guy. He's...
Hey,
let's see if
like,
his
snapped.
cone attack recharges.
Oh boy.
Oh
It does.
boy.
It does
Oh, boy.
indeed. You guys are just so perfectly in a line right now. I have to take this opportunity though.
No.
Come on, you
No.
don't have to.
Nah, I think we're good.
It will move there. And
Oh,
you
boy.
see it open its arcane spellbook to a page, trace its hand in the air as crackling energy begins to manifest. He thrusts his hand forward, and a blinding bolt of lightning arcs out in a line. So I need... You guys are stunned, so you can't actually make the save. I believe
Skelly's
stunned
dead.
means you automatically fail. Yes, automatically fails strength and dex saves. He's going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Ugh.
And he'll do it at 4th level. Why not?
Ugh. Are you sure my skeleton can't hit him?
So it didn't move out of range of your skeleton, so it hasn't like provoked anything from it. But he deals 31 lightning damage. Cordy and John, both of you just feel this lightning course through you as both your mind and your bodies are assaulted by psychic and lightning damage.
Ow.
That stings.
This is not looking good.
You said that was just Cordy and John, right?
That is correct.
My
Yeah, the
skeletons
straight
are
line.
gone.
Yes, the skeletons unfortunately have perished.
So useless.
And you will just hear him utter something in an aberrant language, looking at the little brain creature.
That ain't allowed.
The unknown aberrations will stay in their fog cloud. They'll cast some electro bolts in your direction. Let's see. For some reason, they're not targeting Roland. They choose not to.
He's just too stupid.
So let's see. Cordy, you have half cover, so add 2 to your AC, but this attack is at advantage.
Okay.
What is your AC with that +2?
23.
Okay, it's very hard to hit you.
Not
It gets an
impossible,
18, so misses you. Johnny, you are not behind cover, so what is your AC without that?
20.
20. Okay. Still at advantage, though. 24.
Yep, that hits.
For 15 lightning. Johnny, that is your turn.
You better get up.
Wake up, Johnny.
God.
Oh,
Oh, God.
That sucks.
All right.
Behind you guys, you will hear a almost like a sucking sound as the fog cloud will cyclone in on itself until it disappears. And standing on the opposite side
Is it my man Hugh?
is... Why would he save you?
He's not gonna help. He's like, yes, burn.
You never know.
You guys see standing on the opposite side of the fog cloud. Cordy and Johnny, you guys are unable to see this because you're stunned facing forward. But Alistra, from where you're standing, you see this cloaked man holding a sword in one hand, his hand outreached forward as you see him basically quell the fog cloud and disperse it. What's going on?
Jellyfish, squid people, shoot them. Do I recognize this dude's clothing at all?
Make a history check. Or actually, go ahead and make an insight check.
I'm good at those.
This
24.
person, the way they're holding themselves, the way they are casting magic and holding their sword, looks to be very disciplined.
Oh no.
Would recognize it as one of the MLE officers. MLE stands for Magical Law Enforcement. They basically enforce magical law in the 10th Kingdom, though they do not have jurisdiction down here, as this isn't part of the 10th Kingdom.
We like cops. We don't like cops, right?
No, we're the bad guys.
Right, we don't like cops.
just want to throw it out there. We are.
We got it under control.
And this individual will... no, he just wants to make sure he's within counterspell range.
Thanks, officer.
It is the Intellect Devourer's turn. You will see it begin to vibrate. It explodes. Just gore, like brain, guts everywhere. The 4 legs both fall over. Roland, your stun condition immediately ends.
Do you know why it just blew up like that?
Hold on. Am I still stunned from the mind flare?
No, you are not.
Okay, so like I got my intelligence back too?
You did? Yes.
All right.
Alistra, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot that stupid squid. I've had enough. I've had enough. 17.
17 would hit. However, he is going to shield. And as soon as the brain explodes, the squid guy begins laughing hysterically.
Well, Ali is not really happy, but you will bonus action. Oh, I will bonus action hide. Pop down there behind the box. Advantage, because Wizard of Encounters advantage on trying to be silent. Does that count here?
Do you have the? I mean, so you're not invisible. You are obscured right now, but there's still like gaps in these boxes, so you're not totally out of view. You do have the boots of. You do have the boots of Elvenkind, right?
Yes.
Let's see. A 21 is already going to be his passive perception, so so you are effectively hidden from him though.
All right.
Roland, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna move around the boxes. Gonna go next to my pal Johnny, and I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast at this guy.
You get 2, right?
Yes. So I got a 19 and an 18.
Oh my gosh. Shield is still up. When you go to cast your Eldritch Blast, the same eye that was looking at Elistra, sort of unnerving her, it darts to look at you, and you find yourself staring at it, making eye contact as your Eldritch Blasts impact the wall, sending stones and debris scattering on the floor.
I guess that's my my turn.
Cordy, please make your
Come on, Cordy.
intelligence save.
You can do it.
15.
I believe in you.
Oh my
No!
god.
Listen, there's a dumb stat. I have 3 of that.
Unfortunate. Yes.
Yes.
The Mind Flayer is indeed going to cast Lightning Bolt again. It will do so.
Fucking cruel.
It'll do so
Counter?
at regular
Counter?
3rd level. As he goes to cast it.
Yeah, can I actually use... Oh, sorry. I think you might be doing this with the military guy, or the cop.
So you both like look at each other, you're both about to do it. He like gestures for you to do it. Do you gesture back for him to do it?
Absolutely gesture back to him and say, like,
okay, so he does counterspell the lightning bolt, but all the while the Mind Flayer continues to laugh in this deranged sort of way.
This guy's about to kill me.
The aberrations will drift forward, sort of looming above you guys, their heads almost bouncing on the ceiling, and they're going to take 2 attacks at Cordy, 2 attacks at John.
Oh god.
So these are still at advantage. So this is on Cordy.
Do I still have half cover?
They are hovering like
above me.
above the boxes. So unfortunately not. But the first one misses.
Mm-hmm.
The second one
that
unfortunately
hits.
does hit.
I would have hit no matter what.
You take 12 damage total, and you are already stunned. So I feel like asking you to to make that save is mean. So I just won't.
Oh no! I'll make the wisdom save.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Okay, you're
Barely
fine.
makes it.
Yeah. Johnny, same thing. 2 attacks.
Mm-hmm. That's a miss.
Misses and misses.
Yeah.
Good. If it hit anybody, I would rather it be me.
It's
Johnny,
you.
that is your turn.
Intelligence.
Wake up, my men. Wake up, my men.
Yep.
This individual, this MLE representative,
About
I
to get
guess you could say.
arrested.
He will hold his hand out almost like in a gripping manner and close his fist as you see both of the jellyfish begin to spasm. They both need to make a charisma saving throw.
But they're very charismatic people. Great at parties.
Mm-hmm. As he casts banishment on both of them. It didn't give me what his saving throw was. 18. First one. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
So what's the save?
Oh wait,
18.
it doesn't have advantage on that.
So
So
one of
one of them gets banished. One of them you see shift and disappear. Will, it is your Quasit's turn.
is it at all possible? So my Quasit's been invisible this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Can he, because Quasit can't fly, can he move? I want him basically to come up right in front of the mind flare, become visible while attacking him, and get advantaged on the attacks.
So when it attacks, it automatically becomes
Right.
visible, but that does give it advantage. So go ahead and make your claw bite or whatever,
Please.
and make it an advantage.
An 18?
It still misses.
Damn it.
Is that the end of your Quasit's turn?
God, it's just going to be sitting right there. It can move 40 feet. It ran up, missed the attack. If it moves and tries to run away, will this guy get an opportunity attack against it?
Yes, it will get an opportunity attack against it.
Had a good run, buddy.
I mean, you still have a turn before the mind flare attacks. You could...
he's just gonna sit there.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, Alistra, are you gonna be able to finish this thing off?
Trying, man. I'm trying. But yes, we'll go one more time.
Oh
16.
My gosh. Oh god. So again, the eye like snaps back to look at you. You feel your hand shaking, which never happens for you, and just that shaking is enough to send your shot just wide of the mind flare.
Oh boy.
Is that the end of your turn, or do you want to hide again?
We're gonna hide once more.
Okay.
26.
Okay. You're hidden.
Yeah.
All right, Roland, your turn.
Man, I'm just getting sick of this thing. Do I just? You know what? I'm just gonna finish this guy. I've had enough. I'm gonna cast Blight on this. I know it's way overkill,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm casting a 5th level Blight on this guy.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Literally cannot survive this even if he succeeds. So what does it look like as you kill him?
Looks like the plague incarnate, and this little ball is just gonna shoot right to him and go right through his stupid face.
I assume he also withers into a pile of goop.
Yeah.
Immediately after.
Body liquefies itself as it all the way down, spreading from the wound.
I'm melting. Yes, he solidifies, and in a pile he falls, his book the last thing thunking against the cloak that remains, and all of the eyes close. Is that the end of your turn, Will?
I'm gonna move up towards where my Quasit is, right in front of this like bubbling pile of goo, and put the Quasit back on my shoulder and stand behind a box so I get some cover from this jelly.
All right, very good.
That's it.
Cordy, need that intelligence save.
Please, God.
Oh my god.
Can't do it. Can't hack it.
The mind flares no more. However,
Only.
the aberration is still kicking.
Should have blessed myself.
Two attacks on you, Cordy.
Hit me.
21.
That meets my AC, yeah.
You take 11.
Okay. Fuck me. I forgot how low my health was. I'll make that wisdom save.
There you go. And then second attack is only an 18.
Doesn't hit.
Missing you. All right, Johnny.
It's all up to you.
I need Hey, there we go. That does happen at the end of your turn, though. But you finally feel your senses snap to you. You feel you're able to turn.
I turn around.
You see one of the jellyfish has miraculously disappeared. One remains. And you will see an MLE-looking officer, clean-shaven face, very, very disciplined-looking fellow opposite you.
Crap.
This individual will... So it is a 15-foot jump. He will move 10 feet back and attempt to jump across the gap. So he'll need to dash to be able to do this. To get there, let's see if he gets there. Oh, yeah, no problem. I just looked at his strength. He's fine. That is 35 in total, and he will move and And that'll be the end of his turn. Quasit's turn. Do you just want your Quasit to duck back into your cloak, Will?
I wanted to go invisible back into my cloak. He's had a big day.
Okay, that's fine. Alistra, that is your turn.
Okay, because I'm hidden, do I get advantage?
You do? Yep.
Cool. And because Mr. MLE is right there, I'll get my sneak if it hits, but I get sneak instead of advantage anyway. Please God, let me hit one shot this fight. 28,
Hey, there's not much you can do about a 28.
25.
Is that the end of your turn, or do you want to hide again?
Let's hide. Use after getting blasted, you just want to be snuck up on again.
Makes sense.
16.
Ooh, only a 16.
Uh,
That you are hidden. Their passive is only 15. Is that the end of your turn, Alistra?
yes.
All right, Roland, you're up.
Can we gauge the intent of this cop? Is he here for us, or is he here just to check us out, or is he gonna come after us after we kill this jelly?
So Alistra made a insight check on him earlier.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm saying because she made that insight check, and I'm assuming that you have that telepathic bond going.
Yes.
Or I guess, Alistra, would you, now that the mind flare is gone, would you open up that channel?
Yeah, Alistair had that closed off, I think.
Yeah.
He did.
Alistra, now that the mind flare is gone, do you want to open your mind to Roland?
Yeah, as long as not like any embarrassing secrets from her diary or anything.
Okay. And it is worth noting, Roland, that as soon as you became unstunned, that high-pitched sound that you were hearing at the back of your mind, that tiny little migraine you had, is gone.
Oh, thank God.
So yeah, Alistra, when you do that, and I'll extrapolate on what I said about your insight check earlier. So he does not look like he has the intent to do you guys harm. His immediate intent is to help get you guys out of this situation.
Okay.
And Alistra could share that with you if she would like.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. In that case, I am going to. I'm just gonna cast Eldritch Blast against this jelly. See if I can't do some damage here.
Yep. As I said, these are hovering above the boxes, so they get no cover from the boxes.
Okay, so I get 2 shots against it. Wow, I got a 10 and a 17.
It is going to shield.
Jelly knows how to test those?
This one does, yeah. So the 17 also misses.
All right. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. I'm saving my last spell slot in case this cop changes his mind afterwards.
Okay. 40, need that intelligence save, please.
Come on, girl. You can do it.
Oh
No,
my
you
god.
can't. Peace.
All right. That is the aberration's turn. I think it's just going to make 2 attacks on its new target that is threatening it. So it does not have advantage on these attacks. So first one, 17, and oof, a 21. Both of those would hit. However, he is also going to shield. It's just, it's so many instant cards being played. It's a blue-white deck. Yes, both of those tentacles lash out at him. He holds up his sword as this ethereal golden shield lights up, protecting him. Johnny, that is your turn.
Well, okay then. I assume everybody is not doing too well.
No.
No. Okay. What do you say we do a mass healing word or a mass cure wounds?
Sounds fun.
Cool. All y'all get 17. Now the question is, did that already include my life cleric stuff?
Does not look like it
Did not. Did not. So you would also gain an additional 7. Yeah, so everybody gain 24 HP.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That'll be it for me.
It is your stranger's friend. He reaches to his side and pulls out this ethereal blue glowing rope. Speaking a command word, you will watch the rope as it begins to constrict around the aberration's tentacles. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Failing. So the aberration is now restrained.
Advantage.
There we go. He looks to you all like, you gotta finish it off. Closet's turn. Is it
Can't
doing
see
anything,
shit.
Will?
Everything is happening behind Courtney. She's just like, what is happening?
No, he's gonna stay hidden away in my pocket.
Okay. Alistair, you have advantage on this creature.
All right, going for shooty. 55.
Hey, there we go. Whew.
59.
49 damage. Did you want to still hide just in case it broke free?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Sure.
stealth.
Okay.
19.
You're hidden.
Excellent. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Roland, you're up.
All right, it's restrained, so I'm going to use some Eldritch Blast, which means I should get advantage, right?
You do indeed.
All right, 17 and a 27.
The 17 unfortunately still misses. Just because its shield is still up from last turn, but the 27 definitely hits.
Okay. 14 force damage.
Ooh, max damage on that.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, impacts it, leaks out some gelatinous goo, and you see it like getting weaker, hovering ever so slightly lower. Is that the end of your turn?
That is.
All right, Cordy.
Come on, Courtney. I know you can do this.
Oh no.
I can't do it. All right.
It is the aberration's turn. Let's see. It has a choice of either attacking or trying to break out. I think it'll 1 or 2 it tries to break out, 3 or 4 it attacks. It'll just attack. So it'll attack him with disadvantage. Oof. That's rough. The 24 hits even with disadvantage. He takes 16 lightning damage, or 16 total damage, and he needs to make a saving throw. Wisdom. If he fails this, the other one comes back. Just FYI.
Well,
Oh my god!
Nah.
yikes. He caught whatever Courtney has.
Oh
Now we got this.
Dumbass condition.
god.
Well,
The other one pops back into existence. I'm gonna say that since it was still like disappeared by the end of the second attack, it doesn't get its turn. But yes, it is back and it is ready to play. That is the end of its turn, Johnny.
Well, Johnny's done playing around. He calls down a bunch of shadow and casting Guardian of Faith. So I'm going to put it between the 2 jellyfish next to our MLE friend. Yes. Yes,
And-
Spirit Guardian.
What does your Guardian of Faith look like?
My Guardian of Faith, it looks like Shadow Mage Solid. It has these spider-like tendrils coming up and off the back, but the overall shape is humanoid. So it's got like arms, legs, but it's got these weird legs coming off its back.
I dig it.
Yeah, so it's got kind of a circular shield on one side. It's got this really like dark metal with a rusted iron trim, and its sword is it's like a shadow blade. It's got that actual handle, but it actually has a blade that's again shadow made flesh.
And it says when the creature moves into that area, I'm gonna just assume that if it's not moving within that area, if it starts its turn there.
Yeah. So my turn is over.
You're just gonna stay there?
I might want to get the hell over here.
Is that where you're ending your turn?
I want to be within 30 feet of my dude, so I'll just be over here behind Cordy.
These two creatures, one of them, I believe, can't take an attack of opportunity because they cast shield, but the other one definitely will take an attack of opportunity on you.
Oh.
They have a reach of 10 feet rather than 5, as they have these long, tendrily like appendages. Missing you with an eye.
Yes.
Okay. The MLE guy is still stunned until the end of the aberration's next turn. Quasit, I assume, is still doing nothing.
Yeah, he's doing nothing.
Okay. Alistra.
Dude, Ned, weak dude. Get him out the way. That's a big spider. Oh my god. All right. Strain still, so advantage. 17.
17 misses because of shield. Oh wait, no, that was actually it casts its last reaction.
Oh.
It doesn't have any shield spells left, so 17 does hit.
So,
Sorry about that.
no problem. 9 plus 18 for that juicy 27.
It is
Oh.
barely hanging on.
Bro. And we're going to hide.
All right.
19.
All right, Roland. It's your turn.
In true Warlock fashion, now if I use Eldritch Blast, I know I get 2 shots. Can I use one on one jelly and one on the other if they hit?
You sure can.
All right, I'd like to do Eldritch Blast on the weaker of the 2 first.
Sure.
Of course.
Oh,
And
no, the 18 hits.
Oh, it has advantage. Okay. Yeah, so that'll be 9 force damage to the first jelly.
It dies.
Perfect. And then I turn my attention on the second one, casting my second Eldritch Blast, 23 to hit. Oh, no, 21 to hit. 9 force damage as well.
All right, there you go.
That'll be my turn.
Cordy, intelligence saving throw, please. I am so sorry.
Let's go, Cordy! Come on!
Oh,
no!
don't.
See you guys a little bit.
Almost got it.
No, I'm never gonna get it. I'm at
You can
this
do
point.
it.
I think I've been out for about 6 rounds, so 4 more rounds, and I'm awake.
Yeah. All right. The aberration is gonna attack the MLE guy. So 2 attacks at advantage because he is paralyzed. First one, 2 nat 1s. God, what is happening? I'm
Let's
resetting
go.
the dice.
No, don't. It's good.
There we go. Second, were only 2 of those nat 20s? That means the next one has to be a nat 20, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of wasted anyway because it's an auto crit since he's paralyzed. I'm just upset that I called that.
Good job, James.
But he takes 14, 23. Was that 31?
31.
Okay. And then he needs to make another wisdom saving throw. All right, that's what I like to see. He is no longer paralyzed. Johnny, that is your turn.
Did my guardian
the thing never did that. How much? 20 damage, you said?
20 damage for a dex save of 19.
It gets a nat 20. Well, you know what? Take half that, 10 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Would lesser restoration save Cordy at this point?
Oh, I already looked it up.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
All right. Well, Johnny is going to put his left hand on your shoulder and then just a snap out of it, smack you across the face, and give you guidance.
Thank you.
Guidance
man.
Doesn't
doesn't normally work on saving throws.
Oh, it's an ability check.
I will
Dang.
allow it this once. Once if that is acceptable to everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be happy to spend my actions,
Okay.
regular and bonus, to just shape living shit out of her and maybe smack her face a couple times. You know, whatever needs to get her woken up.
Is that the end of your turn, Johnny? You cast guidance and slap her in the face?
Yep, we'll go with that.
Ow.
Okay. The MLE officer does a quick whistle sound as the rope detaches itself from the dead apparition, recoiling at his side, and then he points at the remaining aberration, saying that same command word as the rope darts towards it. And it fails. So this aberration is now restrained instead.
Nice.
Quasit,
Doing nothing. Yep.
Alistra.
28.
19 will hit.
All
right,
Okay,
another 27.
20.
All right.
Hide.
You're just popping up and down behind this bed, taking shots with your longbow. The post of the bed, perfect for you to rest and aim your shot on.
Yes.
Roland, you're up.
Typical warlock fashion. I'm going to do some good old Eldritch Blasts again.
All
Let's
right.
go.
18 to hit and a 20 to hit.
Both of those hit.
All right, so 17 force damage in total.
Very nice.
And that's it.
All right, Cordy. Come on, Cordy.
Hey.
Come on. Oh, no.
Guidance isn't even going to help.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
The aberration's turn. Let's see. Same as before. It's just going to attack the MLE officer. So 2 tendril attacks at disadvantage. Both of those miss. Johnny.
It's also right in front of my guardian, so
that is correct.
Dex save, please.
Oh, that wasn't at disadvantage, but it's a 16 failing.
Yep, so that's another 20 damage to it.
Oh, wait, it's restrained. It automatically fails anyway.
Oh.
Very nice.
I can't do shit for Cordy, apparently. So,
No one can, not even Cordy.
Let's go ahead and do a Sacred Flame.
Okay, it fails.
Yep. That's a 6.
Okay. I would hate if he stole this kill from you guys. I guess he'll just take 2 swings at it with his longsword. 16 hits, slicing into it, cuts into it as a bunch of guts and viscera pour out of it as it deflates, falling on the ground. He wipes off his sword on his cloak, sheathes it, and looks at you all and gives a firm nod. Cordy, eventually you snap out of your stupor and come to your senses.
It was like the worst. It was like being asleep, but not asleep. Everything you can see it's happening, and then things are hitting me from behind. Not a fan. Let's not do that again.
Can I roll a check to see if Johnny knows what the hell that was?
What the hell? What was the aberrations or the mind flare?
The mind flare.
Yep. Make an Arcana check, please.
Can I do the same?
Sure.
That's a nat 20.
Wow. Oh, now I roll pretty high intelligence. So fuck you, Cordy.
The unnerving thing about this creature is, with your vast intellect of the arcane, you know nothing, and I mean nothing, about this creature at all. In fact, you wouldn't be surprised if no one knows about this creature. And that interests you because that means it would interest Navras.
Very much so.
So while I feel bad offering you no insight with that, a nat 20, I will say that the reason why you don't know is because no one knows what these things are.
Interesting. That's almost better.
Weird fucking squid thing.
We should head on our way. I believe we have a meeting to attend. Johnny would turn his head towards the officer. Thank you for the assistance, officer. It's greatly appreciated.
Cordy also turns and looks and is like, who the fuck is that? Has he been here the whole time?
Nah, just most of it.
Cordy, as you turn around to look at the stranger saying, like, who the fuck are you? You recognize you've seen this gentleman's face before.
Oh, have I?
You
Where?
have. Just not him personally. You look at this individual, and as he's sheathing his sword, you see this striking resemblance of Johnny.
He looks back at Johnny and like just grabs like his chin like with her thumb and forefinger and is like, Then looks back at the guy, leans in and whispers, "You know, you kind of look like him, don't you think? Just a little bit. Actually, maybe more than a little bit."
Does Johnny see himself in this officer?
Maybe it's because initially it's like you're not the one who sees you most, it's other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as you look at him, there is a striking resemblance, and he walks up to you slowly and says, "You two probably don't remember me, but you were taken from me at a very young age." He will reach below the collar of his shirt, pulling out a gold necklace, at the end of which is a small locket, opening it up to reveal two children, one a boy and the other a girl.
Well, hello, Dad.
Add
That's horseshit. Cordy just shakes her head.
insight check if I may.
You can make an insight check, sure.
All right, minimum 20. Is this true? I mean, I guess we'll find out. All right, that'll be a 20 then.
You do not detect any deceit from him, and he slowly tucks the locket back under his shirt. "You two don't remember me, but I remember you. It's how I was able to find you down here. If I hadn't had met you before, how would I have found you?"
I don't know. Uh, uh,
He'll look around at the building. "We should take this conversation elsewhere."
let's go. Let's go.
We've got some business to care of. We will. We'll meet you at a tavern back in town.
Oh, you want to talk now, don't you?
It's been a long time since I've seen you two.
Hey, so if you're really who you say you are, not just some kind of trick. Let's go, Johnny. Come on. We can talk to him now. No point in putting this off any longer.
All right, old timer. Lead the way.
So he will leap back across the gap, looking at you with a kind of confused face, almost like a little awkward. Alistra, from your insight, it's clear he doesn't know whether to help you across the gap or to just let you do it himself.
I'll make the choice for him and make the jump. Also, the spirit guardian that is right behind him will not be disappearing for another 7 hours and 55 minutes.
Good to know. Yeah, Johnny, give me an athletics. What is your strength score?
Strength is 11.
Please give me an athletics check.
Athletics check. 5. That's unfortunate.
So you go to jump across, and you get to the other side, but your landing isn't quite there. You don't have the footing, and as you're teetering backwards, he grabs your hand and pulls you back up, and gives you a stern nod.
Johnny would nod at him and casually step to the side and step towards the hallway.
So eventually you guys make it out of the abandoned hospital, whatever creature having once lived there being no more, we see you guys standing at the edges of the town with the hospital in the background. Maybe this MLE officer asked to speak with quote unquote Cordy and John privately if they would have agreed to that.
Yeah, Cordy would have.
John will go to make sure that this strange man doesn't die.
Okay.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm
he's-
wrong.
You're not wrong. You're really, really not wrong.
He's holding again the locket he has with both of your pictures. He begins telling you the story of how you were taken away from him at a young age. As he's saying it, he says your real names, or the names your birth parents gave you. I don't know what you're going by these days, but... And he looks at you, Cordy. Your name was Lyra, and he looks at you, John. Percy.
You don't really look like a Percy.
I like John better.
He has like a little bit of a smirk.
I want to insight him.
Me too.
That's a crit.
Close enough.
So with your insight, you just see the regret on his face. Regret of lost time that he could have had with you guys. You don't sense any deceit, just regret. Amidst that regret, there is a small seed of hope, seeing you guys once again.
No, I probably know the answer to this already, but I'd like to hear it from the horse's mouth. Why?
Why were you taken from me? Why did you end up where you are?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you look for us before now?
At the corners of his eyes, you see tears start to form, almost like a loss for words. His breathing will become ragged. I looked everywhere for you to use everything I had at my disposal, but given the nature of who you were with, your mother found more value in secrets than she did you.
To make sure I'm interpreting that correctly, he's saying that our mom traded us to Navras for secrets.
You believe that is correct?
I wanna insight him just to make sure.
We
I'd like-
can just use your same insight checks. There is still a level of guilt and amount of blame he is putting on himself, but you could understand that as just him blaming him on something that is out of his control. He is telling the truth.
Okay. Out of character, did we catch this guy's name?
He would have told you his name is Thomas Marks. And by extent, that would make Cordy, that would make you Lyra Marks, and you Percy Marks, John.
Mm-hmm.
Are we familiar with the name, considering his position in the MLE?
Yes. He is a MLE lieutenant.
Definitely in a position of power.
Yeah.
That must be nice for you.
That same look of guilt on his face just intensifies. Because part of that guilt, part of the exchange that was made, he knows he benefited from.
What's our mother's name?
You say that, and there is visible anger and disgust on his face. Catherine, though
Where's
she's no
she?
longer a Marx.
Divorced or dead?
Here's a question. Would Catherine ring a bell to any of us and any of the agents of Navras that we may have come across?
I don't think so. Just because of how long this has been, even if you had heard that name, it would have been when you were very little, and it's like a a foggy childhood memory that you just can't remember.
Okay.
I understand you two may be in her employ still. It was my hope that maybe that didn't, maybe you don't have to be anymore.
So you lost your kids to Navras. You join her rival, rose through her ranks, and now you found us and you want us to what? Abandon the person who raised us and we can all join the light side and we can all be agents of justice? Is that the plan?
Yeah, there's a look of conflict, and he shakes his head. I just wanted to tell you that I'm sorry and that I wish you could have been people you decided to be.
Well, I mean, decide to be. I mean, we did. This is how we were raised. This is how we got here. We made our choices.
We could have left if we wanted to, I assume. But we didn't.
Could you have?
Why? I didn't have anything, not a single thing outside of Navras my whole life. I don't remember you or her or anything else. I don't remember any of that. I don't remember the name Lyra or any of that sort of business at all. And you just come down here and expect us to just drop everything we've ever known for all these years. The only person I've ever known is Johnny. And I wasn't going to leave without him. So if there was a choice, we would either have to do it together. He's the only person I've ever been able to rely on. The only one. I'm not unhappy. That's the thing. You think you and all those MLE all think that everybody who doesn't agree with you, doesn't work on your side, they're just miserable, evil little people, don't you? Maybe I'm one of those things, but I'm not miserable. I'm happy who I am. I chose this path for myself. Or maybe your wife, your ex-wife, our mother chose it for us. So maybe she's the one to blame. Or maybe you are.
He couldn't look at you in the eyes. His eyes are everywhere else, but he looks at you, who clothes are still stained with crimson blood of Edna. He almost can't bring himself to look at you. You weren't able to decide this when you were younger, but whatever people you are now, I could never love you any less. And he will reach into his coat, pulling out a folded piece of paper, holding it in your direction.
Cordy
You
will
said
take.
you made your choice, but You can always change your mind.
Cordy will take the paper. What are you giving me?
It has an address that you would recognize in the 10th Kingdom's Upper District,
This is where you live?
where you two should have lived.
I'll hand the paper over to John.
He would glance at it.
You have a nice little family there. You got remarried, have other kids.
No. Never.
So it's just you.
These days, yes.
You're so lucky Johnny's here right now. I don't ever want to see you again. It was some sort of trick, some sort of test.
He stares at the ground. You can tell that part of him wants to be the father and, embrace you, but part of him knows that he can't or shouldn't.
Thomas, we really appreciate you coming down and finding us. But as you can imagine, it's kind of a hard thing to just take on faith. That's coming from a couple of clerics, so it's hard. But you found us once. You know us. Probably find us again. Cordy here. She's got the same gift that you do. If you have a unique thing, she'll be able to find her way back to you.
As a response to that, he will again pull the gold chain a little bit off his necklace, and he says, "If you need to find me, I'll have this on me. I always have."
Take a good look, Cordy. That might be our ticket home.
Cordy will reach out. And she's got like tears in her eyes, a couple of like just fallen. She'll reach out or she'll touch it and she gets like a good look at like the little baby pictures in there. And she closes it, like runs her fingers over it. All right. I've seen it. If it wasn't for Johnny, I would have choked you with it.
It's like a visible recoil as he tries not to think about it. I've found you to it last, but if you don't find me, I'll know I did truly fail as a father.
You care to see what your kids do for a living?
We kill people. We find people and we kill them.
Well,
At least that's what I do.
that's true. But today, lucky for you, sir, we're just looking for people. You want to follow us? Help us catch our mark?
Ani, go ahead and end with advantage.
I'm sorry, what am I
Make a-
roll?
Make
Persuasion?
yes, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. It's 19.
I'm going to have him make a will save against this, because this is something he should definitely not do.
I know.
I don't think this is a saving throw, so it's just going to be a flat wisdom check for him. 9. He fails. There's part of him, he knows he's going to regret this. There is a long moment of hesitation, and after a while, he says, "If that's what it takes."
It'd be a step in the right direction.
Well, Johnny, you seem to be pretty convincing today, don't you? Never thought I'd be working alongside an MLE officer.
I
And here we are.
would probably say, if you have any arrangements to meet her or her contact, it's best if I made myself scarce before those meetings.
Break it to you, Daddy, but we are those contacts. If Sheep shows up, well, that's a whole different story. Don't know if I could hide you that much.
Could you Introduce me to your friends then.
Sure thing.
Don't think of doing anything that could get us caught, because I will not hesitate to kill you.
Your words cut through him and unnerve him. You see, like, him shudder, but he simply nods.
Johnny, you really do look a lot like him. Or should I call you Percy?
Don't.
Admit I'm a little favorable to Lyra, though. All right, let's introduce them.
So, what has Roland and Alistair been doing? You guys have, like, I guess awkwardly been sitting on the, like, away from them, listening to them have their or seeing them have their conversation, but not hearing anything more than a slight murmur.
I think Roland's just been kind of going into a little bit of a trance,
Mm-hmm.
waiting.
What about Alistair?
She's looking back and forth like it's like been a tennis match, because while she knew Cordy was capable of, cracking heads, and since this is actually her dad, killing her dad would be kind of crazy. But again, this guy's a cop, so
Eventually, they rejoin you, and sort of awkwardly standing behind them is this Emily officer.
she like put her hands together. I assume we're at a conclusion.
Yes. I would like to introduce Thomas, our father.
Light nod.
Oh, she like look over to Cordy like a little scared look. Welcome to the team, I guess.
Yes, he's decided to join us in our little adventure to truly get a sense of what his children have been up to.
I just kind of want to look at Johnny and just, will he slow us down?
Did you not just witness what we all witnessed a little while ago, or
Just feel the alignments may hinder what we need to do to catch our prey.
oh, don't worry about that. Cordy has that covered.
Don't worry, I'll be keeping him in line.
Well, then I will let this remain a family affair.
You worry too much, Roland, I swear. But Cordy does have this like look on her face where she's like smiling, but it does not reach her eyes. She looks like she's ready to fucking kill somebody. Who she's gonna kill, nobody knows. It could be anybody.
She's not Alistair though. She's like scooting away whenever Cordy comes up on the side. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's even worse. That, like, for most of the, like, you got one good hit in, but then all of that rage just building up over each round.
Oh yeah, she's
Oh jeez.
she's really angry. And like I said, it's really lucky that Johnny was there, because I think if he wasn't there to do the talking, Cordy would have done the hitting and just would have been miserable. And that scene hurt me so much as a human being. Like, Stephanie, I'm fine, but damn, it hurt me. On the inside, I'm like, no, Cordy, run to your dad. Just hug him. It'll be fine. But I know that she's not like that. Oh my gosh.
John would like to request a short respite so that he can regain a little bit of composure and strength since he's not feeling too well.
Yeah, Cordy would like a break as well.
Going to be a short rest, or do you guys, because right now you guys kind of have no leads. You are using detect object, but it appears he was either out of range of that or somehow obscured. You're not sure. Perhaps he took the amulet off and figured it out. But the hospital is kind of your last lead. And you guys probably are pretty haggard at this point.
Yeah.
Time for us to take a bit of a long nap.
I'd be okay with taking a long rest. Is there anything in this side of town that Hugh might frequent, aside from the box we just burned down?
So that was still a while away from the actual hospital itself. To your knowledge, the soapbox was the only place he mentioned when he was in that sort of drunken state with you in the bar.
Mm.
Did I ask my spy network if they've heard or seen anything?
Yeah, you radio them, and unfortunately, they have not seen Hugh either.
Can you tell the spies to keep their eyes out a little bit?
Then I'll radio my spies and let them know to keep an eye and ear out, and let me know of anything out of the ordinary or pertaining to our prey. I'll call them.
They find it somewhat unnerving that you use the word prey, but you get an affirmative from all three.
What about Oakley? Is she still shaking, or is some morale a bit up?
She's trying to make sure her head is back in the game.
Okay, especially you, Oakley.
you hear affirmative, sir. Yes, of course.
Would we know of any safe houses that agents of Navras would use in the Undercity?
Yeah, I think you would.
Because I'm thinking we might want to find a current one and then map out the ones that have perhaps fallen out of favor or fallen out of use.
Wait, hold on. I think I may have something. I can scry. I just saw that I had this prepared. I can target a particular creature that I choose on the same plane of existence as myself. And I can see and hear a particular creature that is on the same plane of existence.
But he's got the amulet.
If he may have dished it.
That's true.
And we're about to take a long rest, so let's see what happens.
That's also true.
Yeah, I'll pull out my crystal ball here, and it is an actual crystal ball. No.
What was that?
That was my magic words over the crystal ball.
That was
Amazing.
amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, all credit to Dead Bob Show. Awesome. Anyway, so the target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well I know the target and the sort of physical connection I have to it. So physical connection, not so much, but I do think I know the target somewhat well.
That is fair.
I'll leave this to the discretion of the DM here, but I have actually, I guess I would have firsthand knowledge of him because he's our target and he was one of our higher ups as well. So, but I get a +5 to the modifier if it's firsthand, neutral if I'm just familiar, or like a -5 if not so much.
Right off the bat, I can tell you 100% if scrying had ever worked on you, or if Navras saw the potential of it working at any point during your investigation, she would have provided you a vial of his blood, which would fall under the category of a body part, lock of hair, bit of nail, or like, which would give him a -10 on his saving throw.
What about the girl?
You have not seen the girl.
Oh, I didn't see her even at the scuffle?
No, she teleported away with you. The only one that saw her was John.
Yep.
But what I'm saying is you have like a vial of his blood that you can use to help amplify your scrying abilities on him.
So I guess can I use that to try and scry him still?
You can. However, it does fail. It appears he is either resisting the spell or still wearing the amulet. What does it look like in your crystal ball when you can't get through? Is it just like staticky, like a television screen?
Yeah, it's like the white staticky screen on the TV. Like it starts misting in, and then all of a sudden it looks like somebody unplugged it, and it's all.
Perfect. So yes, it does look like you cannot find him with that spell. Are we
Yeah,
looking
nothing.
to take a long rest for the time being?
I think so.
I at least need a short rest because this warlock is out of juice.
It is also verging on like having been a full day of adventuring, quote unquote. If you can call this adventuring.
Yeah. I would recommend we try and use one of Navras' safe havens, safe houses.
Is that a good idea?
With your
Better.
new MLE friend?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
mean, I don't see why it would be that big of a problem. Take them once, and it could necessarily be one that's not used anymore.
Oh, an old one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
One that may have been compromised in the past.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. We could go to an old one if we know of an old one. And if not, we could go to an inn or something.
Whichever's closer. Doesn't really matter which.
Yeah.
If a safe haven were to be in place, it would probably be augmented with abjuration magics to make sure no one could get in that wasn't supposed to. So if that were the case and it's abandoned, it would probably no longer have that capability. But I think it's fine to say that you guys are able to find a Navras secret safe house in the Undercity that's sort of like a pocket dimension that you guys can quickly find and get a good long rest in.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as you guys are sort of looking through the streets, on several buildings and signs, there are bits of graffiti in these like neon spray paint colors, and every now and then you will find a little mark that might seem undiscerning to the regular eye, but you would recognize in a sort of like web script the sign of Navras, leading you to one of her safe havens.
Wonder why they got rid of this one. But Cordy goes in anyway.
You find a simple sort of concrete room. It seems most of the furniture is either broken or stolen, but it is just this damp room. You see like rats skittering along the corners, the light shining in on them as they vacate the area quickly.
That's home sweet home for a little while, huh? Cordy will look back at Thomas and just kind of give him this very Cordy kind of grin and just be like, sorry, this isn't really up to your specifications of, probably what you're used to, but we do our best here.
I've been in worse, believe me.
Huh.
How does Alistair look right now?
She's still kind of spun up about, this whole fun hospital, fun time.
Uh-huh.
She's just going along, probably want to call her dad about, Dad, can you pick me up? I'm scared.
Oh my gosh.
She's
Wonderful.
all right, though. But, like, if Cordy starts swinging on his civilians, she's watching out for how she's going to react to things.
What about Roland? You see this damp, slightly waterlogged room.
Home sweet home. I don't think Roland's too bothered by it. It's not, preferable. But as we're kind of settling in, and as we start trying to, I guess, settle down for the rest, Roland's gonna look. What's the lighting situation in this room, James? Is it, dark, dim? Is it lit?
Once you close the door, it is darkness. There might be some cracks that allow slivers of light to filter through, but for the most part, if you wanted to see without dark vision, you would need a light source.
Okay, in that case, I think he's gonna find a nice little dryish corner, and before he officially settles down for the rest, he's gonna become one with the shadows, becoming invisible until I move, and just go into the trance to take the rest.
So weird sometimes.
You guys see like the Lord of the Rings invisibility whoosh come over Roland.
Cordy, I think, just like sits down, then lays, or she's gonna lean against like something, broken furniture, the wall.
Jao just puts back into the corner, keeping his vision towards the rest of the room. Just kind of hunker down, get some rest.
Thomas also almost in sync with you, John, like sits down against another wall, pulls his hood up and lowers his head, crossing his arms, getting ready to take what rest he can. As you guys are all settling in for your long rest, one by one, your consciousness will shift to a black and white tiled floor in a very Gothic librarian-esque room with these plush armchairs, and there are stacks of books kind of twisting and turning in these bound silvery webs. You find yourselves holding small glasses of either champagne or wine, whichever you prefer, and you will hear the heel clicks of someone as they enter the room.
Cordy downs her wine immediately. Like just the whole thing. Oh God. She looks at John.
Let's go find Mom.
Is Thomas there too?
He is not.
Oh, good.
But yeah, you guys hear the sound of heels on stone tiles as you look to see Navras coming in the room. You've all had a busy day, I take it.
One could say.
He sits down in front of this large grand piano, crosses her legs and steeples her fingers. Unfortunately, he's fallen into Grigori hands.
The Gregory.
I got a message from him notifying me that one of his own has Hugh in their custody. No doubt he'll want something for the exchange. And you can just see the visible disappointment on her face.
Oh, she's disappointed in us.
And she looks at the four of you, her best spiders, some of her best spiders, and almost waiting for some explanation.
Well, there was a guy that had a squid head with a little bit of a problem.
She raises her eyebrows only slightly, is like a sort of like, I see, got you. That was it.
Can I share a mental image of what it looked like with Navras?
There is no way in hell she's letting you in her mind, so probably not.
I mean, maybe the other way around, but I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, you described to her the scene, and she just shakes her head. I sent you four on this mission because I knew you could handle it.
Well, we could still get him from the Grigori, right?
Yeah, is there a way to get him without us having to give anything up?
Beat the shit out of him.
Donovan isn't someone I like dealing with. But it appears it's going to be necessary now. And you will go in my stead. He looks at you all.
Well, that sounds great.
When do we leave? Or what do you want us to bring them?
He didn't say what he wanted. Suppose he's wanting to converse in person.
With you or just with some of your agents?
I will be sending you in my stead. She smacks her lips as she opens her mouth, like at a loss for words. And she will uncross her legs, stand up, walking across the floor, going to the door.
I mean, surely we should explain ourselves a little bit better than how we have. No, maybe. You don't care?
She turns her head over her shoulder, looking you dead in the eyes.
All right.
Should you?
Well, perhaps he had a little girl with him.
And this little girl was a nuisance to you all.
Well,
I see. And she gives you this sweet smile, turns back around, walks out the door, and as it closes, the sound of it closing echoing in your minds as you all wake up and find yourselves, after a long rest, in that damp, dark room. I do like that you guys found just this abandoned safe house when you guys definitely have enough gold to just buy an entire inn for the night.
no, right?
I had like an inn prepped. I was like,
Oh,
it-
man.
it's totally fine. But I just thought it was funny.
I honestly didn't even think about spending money. I was just like, yep, this is a nice rock. That's
Yeah.
Everyone was like, let's go to a safe house. I was like, put a bed.
I mean, yes, bed, but we have Emily officer, and they stick out like sore thumbs around here.
So true.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Radio D&D. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Radio DD Pod, and make sure to check out Drawforth Arts on Instagram. They created our podcast cover art and did an absolute amazing job. If you liked what you heard, please rate our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening. Join us next time on Radio D&D. And I will have something to talk to you about later, but not right now.
God damn it.
Anonymous.
God damn it.